How's it going, you guys? Hopefully we're wearing headphones there, otherwise you might not like me already, but
Stop my ears, man!
no, actually today we're going to be talking about 8 genuine reasons why you should start Amazon FBA if you haven't already. So if you don't know me, my name is Brennan Zimmer, and I am an Amazon FBA seller. And this whole YouTube channel is really focused around Amazon FBA. And what I want to be sharing with you is things that I've personally experienced, and also kind of give you an idea and hopefully some kind of motivation to also start Amazon FBA. Not too long ago, I was exactly where you're at. If you have never started Amazon FBA, I was exactly in your shoes watching videos kind of somewhat similar to this, and thinking to myself, you know, maybe I really should get started and try to create some kind of online business. That way, you know, I can have more flexibility and all those kind of different benefits that go along with that. But really for this video, I really want to get into those actual details, is things that I've actually experienced as far as why you should highly consider starting an Amazon FBA business if you haven't already. So the very first tip I have to give you is that there's never been a better time to get started. Now, sure, if you would have been like, say, Jeff Bezos, where he started in the 1990s, yeah, maybe that would have been perfectly ideal. However, you couldn't have done Amazon FBA at that time. It didn't exist. But ultimately, I truly do believe that right now is the best time to get started with Amazon FBA. And the reasoning is there's never been as many tools and there has never been as many mentors to help you throughout the process of getting started than there is really now as far as today to just get started and start doing it. Now, even if you were to do it 5 years ago, there wasn't nearly as many tools as there are now to help you find products, research products, help you get reviews for your products, all these kind of stuff. There wasn't as much stuff out there as there is today. And really, that's really why I truly believe that today is a fantastic time to get started with Amazon FBA. So don't get discouraged.
Come on, don't be discouraged.
That no, you're not the first seller, you're not the first person getting in. However, do realize that you have a lot of advantages going to you, even if you're just starting today or very soon. The second tip I have to give to you is, well, you probably could guess, but it's super, super, super nice, is the freedom aspect. Now, do you get freedom automatically as soon as you sign up for an Amazon FBA account? No, of course, that's not how that works. You have to get products going on Amazon FBA and start making some income from that, and that's what could then potentially could maybe replace a 9-to-5 job that you have, a part-time job, whatever the case may be. It can then help give you freedom. As far as if you decide that, you know, if you're making enough through Amazon FBA, maybe that means for you decide to quit your job. You get the freedom of, you have your 24 hours back in a day, in the sense of now you don't have to spend, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus hours, whatever the case might be, in your job. Instead, now you can focus on a business that you really truly enjoy and are passionate about. Plus, you might even be making more money, possibly. Again, totally depends. Third thing is no packing up items. Oh my gosh, is this nice? And this is coming from a person that is a power seller on eBay, or will be soon, was power seller on eBay. I've done eBay since about 2008, and I actually did that before Amazon. And you know, I can't tell you how many hours worth of time I spent packing up items. Now, I'm not saying that it's difficult to do that, but I'm saying what it is it's tedious, and ultimately, more importantly, it takes up a ton of time. And that time is, you know, your time is valuable. You can never get that time back. So, you know, with time, the time that you do have, make sure that you're spending it on things that are going to give you the best ROI. And then on top of that, too, things preferably that hopefully you enjoy as well. So that's something that I think people forget about. And something that's really actually nice is if you're doing Amazon FBA, where Amazon basically fulfills the order for you, they're doing the packing for you. So you don't have to deal with that. The fourth tip I then have to give to you is just how scalable Amazon FBA is. Now, when you are finding different suppliers, probably, as you may or may not know, a lot of people, as far as Amazon sellers, go through this website called Alibaba.com. Not all of them do, but a lot of them do. And for these suppliers, you'll be able to find there's probably millions of products on Alibaba.com. And meaning your business is incredibly scalable simply because you can basically have the ability to launch just about as many products as you can possibly can.
As much as you want.
There's no way you're going to be able to launch all, millions of products that are available. So my point is it's incredibly scalable because you have the ability to be able to launch so many different products over time. And it's ultimately your call at the end of the day, whether you want to just launch one product in a year, or if you want to launch, 100 products in a year, whatever the case might be, and depending, of course, on your budget and what you feel comfortable with at the end of the day. But just realize how scalable this is, and also realize that you have access to millions of customers instantly. Say, for an example, if you're starting a brand new website, people forget about this. If you're starting a brand new website, you think, okay, I'm going to put up my website and then I'm going to get customers. Unfortunately, you probably may know this, that's
It doesn't work like that.
not realistic. You need to have some kind of way for people to find your website, whether that's having to do SEO, different things regarding SEO, search engine optimization for your website, but that still takes time. Or you can have ads ran to your website, but that also then costs money. So, there are all these different things that come into play. So with Amazon, the huge benefit is you get access to their millions of customers instantly. Now, yes, you still have to rank your product on, probably try to do the first page if possible. Yes, that is true. But what I can tell you is that is a ton easier than trying to rank the first page on Google for like a super competitive keyword. So keep that in mind as well. The next tip I have to give to you, which is, I believe, the 5th tip, could be wrong.
He's actually right.
But I think it's the 5th tip, which is you don't have to deal with like customer service things typically. So yes, it is possible that people could reach out to you, or if for some reason you get some kind of negative review on your product, then it's possible that you might want to reach out to that customer. But for the most part, if customers want to return an item or have questions about it, a lot of the time, actually, Amazon will be able to help you with that and just do that for you. So that way, again, it goes back to saving time. So you don't even have to deal with that. So that's, again, a huge advantage. Then let's see, then the 6th tip is then, actually, I'm going to link this below. That way you can kind of see the source of this. And I've heard this from my mentor, Paul Savage, which is almost about 30% of Amazon sellers, I believe, started with under $1,000. So don't think that you have to have like a huge budget in order to first get started on Amazon. Now, are you going to be able to launch multiple products for $1,000? Probably unlikely, unless you have some kind of super strategy
Plan? Oh boy, I've got a plan.
going, but it probably would be quite difficult. So with $1,000, you might be able to then get one up for sure. So keep in mind, people get started with under $1,000 if you think about it as a business startup, that's super small startup cost. Most businesses, even like 10, 20 years ago, there's no way you have started it for $1,000. You'd have to buy some kind of, maybe actual physical building, whether you're renting it or buying it. Then you have to buy the supplies, then you have to get employees. You don't have to deal with that at all nowadays as far as when it comes to Amazon FBA. So you can't really underestimate just how powerful that is. Next tip, 7th tip, is my first product was a success. And I don't say that to brag, I say that to encourage you, because that means yours could also be a success as well. Now, again, I do have prior experience selling things online.
I know what I'm doing.
And I also, if you've seen any of my past videos or video, you would have seen that I've actually had a mentor, again, Paul Savage. He really helped guide me through as far as starting from the very beginning, the idea process, all the way to launching the product and then getting reviews. So having some kind of mentor there to help you through that process is really huge, and hopefully I can also be a mentor to you in that sense as well throughout this channel. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say is, if my first product can be a success, that means yours can be too. So don't be like scared if for you, maybe you're like, I do not want to, possibly lose this $1,000, which, to be honest, that can possibly happen. But also, to be honest, it's probably quite unlikely too. So with that $1,000, you might, I guess it depends on the item, right? But it could be anywhere. You might be able to get anywhere from 250 to maybe even 1,000, depends on what the product is on average. But like you can get up to maybe like 1,000 units of a product. So if you think about it, that's going to be, if you're shipping it for all under that, it's going to be under $1 per unit for the product. So it's like, in order to sell that back to people and make the money back is not exactly super difficult. It kind of becomes something that you could just basically get rid of for a couple dollars and get your money back somewhat relatively quickly. Again, nothing's guaranteed in that sense, but that's just kind of my experience if you ever needed to do that for whatever reason. But again, my first product was a success. Yours can be too. Then my last tip here that I have, number 8, is people have been successful before, and I do realize successful means a lot of different things to different people. That might mean you might be able to then, from full-time job, maybe you can go down to a part-time job. Maybe for you that's success. Maybe for you that's you quitting your full-time job and doing Amazon FBA full-time. Maybe for you that's making 6 figures. Maybe for you that's 7 figures. Maybe that's 8 figures. I don't know what it is to you, but do realize that people have done all of those things as far as past Amazon and current Amazon FBA sellers. And again, that means that you can also do that too. And as a complete bonus here, I want to then also give you a 9th tip. And the 9th tip or thing that I wanted to mention to you as far as why you should get started with Amazon FBA is realize that other people, I think like one of the things that hold people back the most is basically the fear aspect, right? And realize that everyone goes through that at some point, but also realize there are thousands, if not, way more than that, tens of thousands. I don't actually know that count off the top of my head, but there are so many FBA sellers. Don't think of that as competition per se. Think of that as inspiration in the sense of all these people had probably some type of fear of getting started, but they did it anyways. They took action. So hopefully for you, you can also then take action. If anything, I want to just like give you something to take away from this video in the sense of take action is if you have not yet already started Amazon FBA, at the very least, look into just creating an account. I'm not saying you have to pay for anything or do anything. Just start today by creating accounts. Start small if you need to. Otherwise, if you're super inspired, watch maybe more videos and then actually, create an account and then start, finding ways as far as how exactly different ideas as far as products and things of that sort, and then you could start looking at suppliers as well. Ultimately, I don't want to overwhelm you, but hopefully that the total of these 9 tips are going to be able to kind of give you some idea as far as really good reasons why you should highly consider starting Amazon FBA now and into the future. All right, with that said, if you guys can please like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.